guys, today's video is going to be very exciting because I'll be talking about different ways you can relocate to Canada without paying agents, and it is via sponsorship. Now, whether you're looking to have a new life in Canada with your family or you're looking for opportunities in Canada, this particular video is for you. I promise I'm gonna break down the process so that you see step by step how you can go through the application process, what is required of you, and what you are supposed to do to get this particular sponsorship. Back to my channel. This is Opportunity Course 247. On this platform, what we talk about here is different ways that you can get access moving abroad. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you an opportunity that can enable you move to Canada via sponsorship. But this is a particular kind of sponsorship. So if you're interested to move to Canada via sponsorship where you're not gonna pay any agent, no agent is involved in this particular format I'm going to show you. You just have to watch this video to the end. Now, before I move further, I'm going to explain to you what sponsorship actually means. There are two types of sponsorship actually. You can have family sponsorship and you can also have a work sponsorship. So how does family sponsorship work? For those who do not know, when you have somebody, let's say in Canada, because this topic is on Canada visa. So when you have somebody in Canada, maybe family, maybe friend, and you want to go to Canada and they tell you, come, we're gonna sponsor you. So before they sponsor you, they must have accommodation for you. There are things the government website will put down as requirement that will enable that person who is sponsoring you to have before they can sponsor you. Talking about job sponsorship, if you have an employer who has employed you from your home country before you will move down to Canada, they are the ones sponsoring you via job sponsor. And how does it work? They're going to give you employment letter, and every other document that is required on their own part. But you still have some documents you're going to put down on your own part for you to get the sponsorship. So your sponsor now for the job will stand for you. With the letter, the sponsorship letter they have given you, you will now be able to process your visa application. So this particular sponsorship is called the Francophone Minority Community Student Pilot. Now, as you can see, the name says Francophone. So this sponsorship program is mainly for people from the Francophone speaking countries. And there are lists of these countries that I'm going to show you in this video so that you can check if your country is eligible for this sponsorship. Now, if your country is eligible, you would have to apply, and do not forget when the start date is. So the program will open August 26th, 2024. What you would need to do is, if you're interested in this particular pilot program, before it opens on the 26th of August, make sure you have started putting your documents together, all the requirements, start ticking them, the checklist, and make sure everything is in order before the start date, so that the moment it's opened, you just go ahead and do the application. Guys, without much ado, I'm gonna move straight and show you my screen of this particular Francophone sponsorship program that is coming up very soon. This program, the start date is this month of August. So if you are interested, just pay attention to all the information I'm going to be dropping in this video. And not only paying attention, you would have to quickly take action for you to secure your spot on this particular sponsorship program. Francophone Minority Communities Student Pilot. This is what this is all about. You can see this is the Government of Canada website, right? So when you get here, I said the Francophone Minority Community Student Pilot FMCSP is a way for French-speaking students from select countries to get a study permit. It offers a path for participants to stay in a Francophone minority community outside Quebec after they graduate. Now, as a participant in the pilot, you would have access to settlement services during your studies. Number 2, you may be eligible for permanent residence after you graduate. Now, the program is gonna be open on August 26th, 2024. So today that I'm making this video, you can see today's date is August 19th. So you have the next 7 days for this program to open to the public. So if you are interested in this, please do not waste any time to jump on this. Now, so who can apply? To be eligible for the FMCSP, you must meet the following criteria. 1, be a citizen of an eligible country. We're going to check out the eligible country in a minute. 2, have a letter of acceptance from a participating designated learning institution that says you are applying under the FMCSP. The program must meet the requirements of the pilot. Now, number 3, you must have enough money to pay for your tuition fees, living expenses for yourself and any family members who come with you to Canada, and the amount you need is based on the size of the community where the main campus of your school is located. Now, you're going to live outside of Canada when you apply. Be able to prove that your French speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills are at a level 5 or higher in the NIVEOS, the Competence Linguistic Canadian Scale. You can take either of these approved language tests. 1, test the evaluation de français, that's TEF Canada. The second one, you can either take the number 1 or number 2. The second one is the TCF Canada. Now, depending on where you are applying from, you may also need to provide other documents. Okay, so which countries are eligible? Eligible countries of citizenship. To be eligible, you must be a citizen of one of the following countries that are members of the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie in Africa, the Middle East, and the Americas. Now, the continent, you can see Africa, Middle East, and Americas. Okay, so let's check the eligible countries here. Benin, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cabo Verde, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, Comoros, Cote d'Ivoire, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Dominica, Republic of the Congo, Djibouti, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, Haiti, Lebanon, and so many others. Now, if you're Nigerian, you're not eligible because you're not French speaking. Okay, so just take a look at the countries that are eligible, and if you come from one of these countries, please jump onto this and do not waste time. Now, requirement for your study program: you must have a letter of acceptance from a participating DLI that says you are applying under the FMCSP. Your study program must meet the following criteria. Number 1, be at the post-secondary level. 2, be full-time. 3, be 2 years or more of study, lead to a degree or diploma, have French as the primary language of instruction. Over 50% of the classes are taught in French. So if you do not understand French, you don't have any business participating in this program. Now, participating designated learning institutions, as agreements are reached with learning institutions outside Quebec to participate in the pilot, they will be added here. How much money do you need for this program? The amount of money you need for living expenses depend on the size of the community where the main campus of your school is located. You must also show that you have enough money to pay your tuition fees. Okay, now the group A, if you're applying for group A, the population of 500,000 and over. Okay, what is the requirement? Let's have a look. The requirement: number of family members including the applicant, if it's 1. The amount of funds required per year, not including your tuition, will be 20,635 Canadian dollars. If the number of your family members, including you, the applicant, is 2, it's going to be over 25,000 Canadian dollars. If it is 3, it's going to be over 31,000 Canadian dollars. 4, over 38,000 Canadian dollars. 5, over 43,000 Canadian dollars, and so on and so forth. If more than 7 people, each additional family members will have to pay 5,559 Canadian dollars. Okay, now for those in Group B are the communities that have a population of between 100,000 to 500,000 people. Now the amount you're going to pay for one person will be over 17,000 Canadian dollars. For 2 people, each additional family member would have to pay 4,788 Canadian dollars. Now for those in Group C, that is the population of between 30,000 to 100,000 people. The number of family, if it's 1, is going to be over 17,000 Canadian dollars. For 2 family members, 21,987 Canadian dollars. For 3, over 27, just slightly over 27,000 Canadian dollars. For 4, over 32,000 Canadian dollars, and so on and so forth. If more than 7 people, each additional family member will have to pay over 4,000 Canadian dollars. Right. Now for those people in Group D, that is for those applying for the population that is under 30,000 people. For a family of 1, a little bit over 16,000 Canadian dollars. For a family of 2, over 20,000 Canadian dollars. For a family of 3, over 24,000 Canadian dollars, and so on and so forth. If more than 7 people, each additional family member will have to pay over 4,000 Canadian dollars. Right? Now for Group E, that is people that are going into the rural areas. For a family of 1, over 14,000 Canadian dollars. Family of 2, over 17,000 Canadian dollars. Family of 3, over 21,000 Canadian dollars, and so on. If more than 7 people, each additional family members will pay 3,827 Canadian dollars. So bringing your family members with you, you may be able to bring your spouse or common law partner and dependent children with you to Canada. They may be eligible for 1, a visitor visa, study permit, and open work permit. You must submit the applications online when you apply for your study permit. Access to settlement services during your studies. As a participant of this pilot, you will have access to services to help you settle in Canada. You can contact your school to find out about the services they offer. 2, you can get help before arriving in Canada through Connexion Frontier, that is in French only. And then 3, find out if the community in which you will study in is one of their welcoming Francophone communities. Now, there is a path to permanent residence. You may be eligible for permanent residence along with your spouse or common law partner and dependent children after you graduate if you meet the following criteria. 1, you are a resident of Canada, that is outside of Quebec. You have a valid temporary resident status when you apply. 3, you have received an eligible degree or diploma while participating in the FMCSP. Now it says additional criteria may be required. Now, bear in mind that the date they modified this particular information was on the 14th of August 2024. So this is so recent. And don't forget the date of the application. The program will open on 26th of August 2024. So if this is what you want, just keep putting your things together, like your documentation together, making plans for your funding and everything. Make sure the eligibility criteria, you are ticking them before the date. The moment is on the 26th of August, just go ahead and start the application process. Alright guys, this is all I have for you for today. If you have enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click on the bell notification so that whenever I upload any new video, you'll be notified. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Are you gonna try this? Thank you for watching.